Hello everyone. In this video, let's talk about the differences between cheap long pips and expensive ones, and which ones are better. For those in a hurry or just want to know quickly, here's a brief answer: they don't differ in anything. Someone might argue that it's nonsense, it can't be like that. I agree, but it varies. There are subtle and illogical moments, and if a person doesn't want to spend a lot of time and effort on figuring out this topic and trying out different pips, it will be more comfortable for them to just put on some specific pips and play with them, without worrying about whether there are more expensive or cheaper pips out there that might be better. Now let's talk in more detail. The first thing to note is that there are many manufacturers of long pips at the moment, and there are a lot of these pips. And their prices do not always indicate their quality and level of playing properties. Long pips for $25 to $30 from brand X can play just as well as pips for $10 to $15 from brand Y. And their quality can be roughly the same. It's just that brand X wants more money. For example, one well-known brand, whose long pips are used by some famous players. But its long pips are not particularly good. By the way, right now on the screen, a high-skilled player is playing with super cheap long pips with a thin sponge, Meteor 8512. They cost around $8. While we make interesting and useful videos and reviews for you, come to our store TT Maximum more often for shopping. It will be the best gratitude for us for our videos. Having a lot of experience with long pips, I can say that good pips can cost a lot, little, or average. The trend here can only be seen in the pricing policy of the company. For example, German brands Barner Original, Der Material Spezialist, and Sauer and Amp, Troja. They produce good long pips. These pips are relatively expensive. The same goes for prices with other European and Japanese manufacturers. They like to sell their pips at high prices. But Chinese manufacturers, on the contrary, Dawei, Giant Dragon, DHS, Inha. Their long pips are mostly cheap. Moreover, for example, Inha has several cheap excellent pips, Neptune, 955, Qing, which cost around $8 to $12. They have been sold for a long time, they are popular and play well. And there are also their more expensive versions with the Euro prefix. They cost twice as much. They play similarly to their cheaper versions, but the playing properties are improved. The rubber in them is more expensive and of higher quality. And for Dawei, among various pips priced up to $10, there are pips priced at $30. These are modern descendants of long-gone frictionless long pips like Dr. Neubauer Super Block, Inferno, and Scalpel. Modern no-friction long pips, Dawei Saviga 77 Golden Monster OX. The player on the right is playing with them now. So, order them if you like playing with such pips. By the way, while I'm telling you all this information about life among long pips, please like and subscribe our channel. Likes won't click themselves. I'll separately mention the very well-known pips Tibha Grass Detex. These pips without sponge are considered disruptive and effective for playing close to the table. But personally, for such a game, I would try the Inha 955 Euro and Drive Neubauer Desperado pips. We don't lose anything in quality but significantly save on price. Those players who pay over $40 for grass just overpay for the well-known name and the feeling of coolness associated with it. The pips themselves are just good, but not the only ones. Or even for such a game, you can try the Dragon Talon pips from Giant Dragon. Or Meteorite from the same company. Excellent pips, have been around for a long time, tested in the game, and at the same time, they cost 3 times cheaper. As a conclusion, I'll say that yes, there are long pips that are cheap, low quality, quickly fall apart, and so on. But I'm basing this on what is in our store's assortment. We personally test some pips and describe them in reviews. In general, there are a lot of different long pips. Plus, there are fakes, for example, if you buy on AliExpress, and not only there. It's impossible to give specific recommendations for choosing. Buy from those you trust. Or from us. We monitor what we order and from whom we order it. And we try to eradicate poor quality pips from our assortment and, on the contrary, recommend good ones. You can't say that if the pips are cheap, they are worse, and if they are expensive, they are better. Even expensive pips can be mediocre in the game. And sometimes it's like with Inha. There are cheap pips that play well. And there are their more expensive versions, which plays better. But that doesn't mean that if we want to play better, we have to choose the more expensive pips. Even a high-skilled player plays at a tournament with cheap pips, although he can play with any. So even with cheap pips, you can compete at such a high level. That's all for now. If you have any questions about pips, ask them in the comments under the video. Bye for now.